Here we are, gamers, episode 9. It has been a long time coming. I know that's the kind of speech for episode 10, but I've been working on episode 9 for 4 or 5 days. That's a feeling, to be sure. I had to edit. I originally recorded something, the footage got fucked up. It was a whole something. But here we are. We're back with the original footage, thank God. I have to use my re-recorded nonsense, because you guys will have missed some fun. This was me doing my first difficulty 4 runs, which is, a big moment. And next episode will be the final, hitting level 30, difficulty 10. Difficulty 10, holy shit. No, difficulty 5, all that. As always, I'm going to say, if, this series, I was intending to end it on episode 10, but what I'm thinking about now is that maybe I'll do 5 episodes for every other character, if that's something people want. Because that'll give you, 15 more episodes, 25 episode total. That's a little juicy factoid. If it is something people would enjoy, then you'd enjoy it. We're going through this first level. This is still difficulty 3. I take days off between these because I have to edit and stuff. My how I edit videos is significantly slowed down. I have college finals. I have shit going on in my life. Good shit, not bad shit for once. Yeah, not getting harassed at the fucking gym or something. No, we're doing real good. A lot of those conflicts were resolved a while ago. We're going through this episode, and you're going to see me at first take a lot of damage. I don't know. I just was throwing my body around and not exactly playing how I should. We're about a minute or 2 in now, so I just want to say, you guys may hear it the farther we get in this video. My voice, sounding kind of downtrodden. I'm operating on like 4 hours of sleep. So I'm not sad. I'm not anything. I am worn the fuck out. And you also might hear people talking through the game chat, I believe. And yeah, I was having full-on conversations with people throughout this video, so you guys might get some Easter eggs. I'm pretty sure someone said a pretty naughty word on voice chat, and it might be in here. And, I tried to edit around a lot of our longer conversations and just include the good battles and stuff, my classic methodology. But there's a chance you guys catch a quarter of a conversation or something, his half and then a quarter of that or whatever. This was real fun, though. We did this map a couple times. I really do enjoy that, getting to experience the same map a few times. We had this one where we come up here. And we had this happen twice where we're going to this med thing and we had shit go down, which is probably the most fucking funny thing ever when there's these little choke points that you always get fucked up on. And I want to say, just so I don't get comments on this video or later on, I don't know how to play difficulty 4 or 5. Difficulty 3, you see me here, I'm a champ. Difficulty 4, I've done like 4 matches, right? I have only won 2 of them. I think that's, it's a big jump in difficulty, but also I'm used to going up in front of my group and having them follow me as an Ogryn. And I don't want to say I've had bad teammates, but that might fully be a possibility, because I was doing like the drug den one, and I was following them around, then we reached the drug den, and they were just wanting to sit in this area and kill the waves. I wanted to break all the drug vials and get out, and we ended up losing. So I feel like there's some team coherency that, differentials and strategies and stuff, but who knows? I really don't. I think it's probably a difference in ability and difficulty that just means I'm doing a little bit worse. But we'll see next episode for sure whether I'm going to do great on difficulty 4 and 5. The next episode's going to be 2 difficulty 4s, a difficulty 5. Just something nice and fun. You're gonna see me kick the shit out of some bosses until we get up to difficulty 4. Oh my god, the difficulty 4 bosses feel like bosses. They feel like when you're using a non-optimized build in Dark Souls. Actually, no, I can't even say that, because you take chunks out of health bars in Dark Souls. And same with Elden Ring. It doesn't feel like that. Like, these dudes have health pools. Like, here I'm smacking this dude and taking whole chunks out of his health. I think entirely it's because, you know, this is a... I don't know if you guys care about number values, but this is like a 178 weapon when you're supposed to be using like 300. So probably next episode or before next episode, I will buy a better weapon. I'll probably also fucking sleep, that's for sure. I want to do next episode on some amount of proper sleep. Well, let's push through. We're nearly done with this first mission, I think. Unless we're already on to the second one. I've kind of lost track of things. I'm just reacting to each clip. You know, I don't think there's a lot of discrepancy in my Ogryn gameplay, especially since I only learned how to make like presets for the next video. So like the final video, you'll finally, or possible final, you'll finally see me, you know, presetting some different builds, like I did a ranged one and everything, which should be nice. I don't think there should be any issue with it. Oh my gosh, though. Let me get a drink. I'm kind of falling apart over here, dude. I don't know. Like, you know, right now I'm tired as shit. Gym was great today. Just went there, lifted shit. Just had like one bad set of bench. But, you know, that's nothing bad. I just didn't rest long enough, so I couldn't get my final set up to like 8. I only did 5, which is fine. Let's do this. Let's not focus on my fucking gym visit. Yeah, guys. Oh my gosh, one bad set. Let's talk about that for 25 minutes. No, I had to take care of all these guys, and I had to scan all this shit. Probably the most boring thing ever, but we're leading to possibly the most badass thing ever. It ended up being like, you know, I'm like, I keep saying it. I wanted to have each mission be 7 minutes in the video, but this one ended up being 10 or so minutes, like maybe even more, but for very good reason, because I ended up like, I need a hero up in this bitch. Like, I end up being the fucking Master Chief. Absolute embodiment of an Ogryn. Like, loyal to a fault, doesn't go down. Like, the lore-based, you know, if you're listening to a audiobook about that shit, how you're listening to some dude get thrown around, or this Ogryn, you have fucking vile tide washing over him. Like, getting attacked by all these frickin', or even a space marine for that instance, getting attacked by a bunch of normal people, and they're just, like, jamming out, fighting that good fight. That's essentially the fate I had here, basically right here. It's this clip. So, it's a little bit of a longer clip, I know. I would have edited around it, and there was another one later in the video that was similar. I do believe this is the clip, though. Let me fucking itch my ears so I can hear the fucking feedback. But either way, we've got one more charge in the Medicaid station. One of our people went down. I went up to go heal him real quick. We're going to go do that. I nearly got sniped because of it. Ended up getting sniped with the second one. That got rid of my toughness and essentially all my health. I need to revive this guy, and I kept doing this essentially. But I went down. I'm like, okay, pick me up. I was telling this guy, the blue guy who I'm talking to, I'm like, pick me up. Pick me up. Just let me do it. I've got rage. I've got 2 grenades. I will absolutely carry this situation. You know what? These guys were good about it. They came to me. They picked me up. It took them a hot minute, but let's do this real quick. They coaxed me up, and then I just fought hard. Like, I ended up being the only one up. I had to go kill the snipers. I couldn't let myself get my ass beat. So I fought long and hard. You know, tried to revive my buddies. Did my best, keeping everyone up. But if you revive someone, then they go back down. You know, they end up dying. So we came over here. We revived them all. Essentially, I just came right over here once they all needed rescues. So I only edited out like 1 minute of me fighting. But it seemed a little bit absurd to leave in like a whole minute of me just kicking seamless ass, you know? Only the best part of the video edited out. You guys can cry about it. No, I'm fucking with you guys. It was just like this, essentially. Yeah, you guys want to watch an extra minute of me just swinging heavy hammer and shield? I mean, kind of. That's what this entire series has been. I can't really give you guys shit, can I? I'm just joshing your drakes.
You're making decent progress. I'll give you that. But I need more. Rennick's still got eyes everywhere, hunting for the traitor on board. It could be anyone. So if you want to prove yourself, you'll have to work even harder. Are we clear, acolytes? Put in the hours and make yourself indispensable. From now on, it's do or die.
I hate to do this to y'all. Really. I know, cutscene. I didn't think there was any more of those. I'm gonna get one at like trust level 30, which is gonna be crazy. Essentially completing the story. This was another good group. It was either this group or my next group. I had a good little chunk of people, and they moved on to the next mission with me, which was nice. But then I'm making the same shit here, where I'm like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. And you know, I did like an innuendo humor, right? I'm like, oh, they're coming at me from both sides. Can I get some help over here? I don't like it. It wasn't even like a big innuendo. It was like something kind of funny. I'm like, can we not get spit roasted by two bosses? Just, you know, classic little bit of adult humor, you know. And this dude goes, oh my gosh, where'd he go? He's like, aren't we going a little bit heavy on the sex jokes? I'm like, what other ones did I make? He's like, you're saying you're getting overwhelmed. You're getting ganged up on. You've already done that enough. You've said enough of those. You got like a hyper... He tried to diagnose me. He's like, you hypersexual? I'm like, dude, that's like two things. And the first one, are you reading into it? Like this, we had a legit conversation. It was right after this video. And I wish I had it on camera. I wish. But no, I swear on like my solemn duty as an Ogryn, this dude like nerd emoji'd me, like reading into what I was saying. I'm like, you know what? The spit roasting thing, if it wasn't funny to you, like it got a laugh out of the other guy. If it wasn't funny to you, that's my bad. If we're not doing good Christian humor, if we're only doing good Christian humor under the emperor, you know, only emperor approved humor, sure. But the fact that was what happened, and he was pushy about it too. He's like, I'll accept like any other kind, like 9/11 jokes. I'm like, how is that in better faith than me telling one accidental innuendo joke? He's like, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was awe-inspiring. I'm just like, I gotta go to work. Like, it's early in the morning, but I'm like, I don't have work that day. I'm like, I gotta go work, my guy. And I just left and played on my own, because I won't play with that guy anymore. I don't know. That shit reminds me of, like, old Xbox. Like, you're in a Minecraft server, and someone's like, the swear words allowed while I'm in the party are crap, shit, and hell. You can't do any of the other ones. It's like, dude, I'm 13. I can swear now. You can't tell me what to say. That brought back my fight or flight, my compliance avoidance disorder when it comes to swearing. No, I thought that was a little bit of an interesting anecdote that all that shit happened. Gotta get this trapper guy so he doesn't trap me, and then we'll head down to the archives. Same map as last time, should be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, though. Whew. I got like the hiccup stuck in my throat, frog in my throat. Oh my gosh. No, the reason I'm on such little sleep, you know, you guys are getting lore sprinkled throughout the video later on. Now, I was on a Yesterday was just kind of an exhausting day. I think I'd be tired even if I got more than 4 hours of sleep. Like, I woke up feeling refreshed off of 4 hours, which shows just how exhausting it was. I hate those guys. I don't know how they can get through my shield. I like that they don't get through my, they get past my toughness, but they don't get through my health, which is nice. But, back on topic. Yesterday was exhausting. I went on a date, and I played D&D, and that just, all that, and finals and everything. It was like, yesterday was Sunday, so it's like the end of my weekend. That shit'll fuck you up. Like, that shit'll mess you up just having more. Or, no, it probably doesn't mess up normal people. But that shit messes me up when I've got, like, a bunch of shit to juggle, and it'll get me a bit tired. Which, is always awful. Like, no one wants to feel exhausted. Either way, though. Either way. I'm talking out my ass. Oh my gosh, got launched over there. For a while, I was thinking I was going to do that achievement thing where you're going for, what do you call it? I'm forgetting. Either way, though. Next topic. After Darktide, I could do Vermintide. If that's something you guys want. We're pretty late in the video, so if you guys say something, you guys are loyal. You guys lasted it out like it's a video essay. I fuck with y'all respectably. But, I'm thinking about doing Vermintide. You have to send in a ticket to get your account reset, though. So Kruber is going to be my first character because I already play him, and he's max level. But I haven't played Dwarf. I haven't played the Ranger. I've played the Mage like exactly 3 matches. So that should be absolutely lovely. I think this was the match with the dude in here who... No, I don't think it was this one. It might have been after this recording, to be honest. But no, there was just some goofball. Like, it was just that guy. And, we had a good time. We had good synergy before that, which is what made it suck. Like, I just don't like being... Like, if I said something and you told me nicely, you're like, hey, whatever. Because there are topics I'll do that for. Like, if someone's like, hey, I bet you're fat as shit and ugly as shit. I'm like, hey, fitness is actually something that's really important to me. And that's because because of wrestling and sports and everything, I had a pretty distorted self-view of my body, and now I have a pretty healthy relationship with it. So I'd really rather you not. There's something like that, And then, like, if someone does that, they're like, oh, I bet you're a narcissist. I'm like, actually, I'm not. I've dealt with them. That's not the nicest thing to say to someone. I really don't. Like, I'll do corrective things like that. If that makes me a nerd emoji, then it does. But the way he said it, he's just like, let's not do that. I don't think that's going to be welcome here in this group. Even if people are laughing, it's just a pity laugh. So why don't you go ahead and change to any other type of humor? So, like, it was a whole thing. And I know I'm going on about it. I have a grudge against this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. And it's like, but if he was like, hey, I'm asexual or whatever, he's like, I just don't like sexual humor. It's like, legitimate reason instead of just, whatever. He probably had one. I'm pissy for no reason. I'll admit it. I'm a little bit grumpy. I'm going to be pissed about that for like a day or two. And I think I wasn't upset about it until I was rewatching this footage. I'm like, oh my God, this sucks though. We lost this one. So yeah, this was the one I lost. I failed here to fight this guy, which felt pretty sucky. But it was my first difficulty 4 right there. And then I think next one I encountered the guy. Yeah. And this is not like a call to action. Like, I'm complaining about someone that I find kind of funny, the encounter I had with them. It's not like me. I want to put this here because in the past I've like talked to friends like, oh my God, there's this dude on Xbox, and they're like, give me his gamer tag. I'm like, don't fuck with this dude. Like, like I said, he probably had a very legit reason for why he did it. He just didn't communicate it well, and everyone's guilty of that. Like, people get defensive when they're accused. people don't want to explain themselves and stuff, especially neurotypical people. Like, if you're like, why did you make that decision? Why do you not want me to say that? Why can't I ask that question? It's like, there doesn't need to be a why. And that's perfectly understandable. I don't put it past them. I was just a bit grumpy and arrogant out. I know I'm covering my ass for probably no reason, but I thought it's worth saying, you know. Either way, we're pushing our way through here. Me and the Ogryn were just up ahead. Difficulty 4. 2 Ogryns can kind of juggle pretty good still. I think if you have more than 2 Ogryns, you're going to be doing just fine. Okay. Yo, what's up, gamers? New day. I'm operating on twice the amount of sleep I did yesterday. So, yeah, 8 hours. Hell yeah. We're kind of absolutely bopping. I'm, you know, the wound is less fresh in my heart. I know I spent like 30 minutes, no, like 3-4 minutes talking about that dude a little bit upset. It's just, you know, it's all good now. I've had some good teammates. I've even played with some friends on here, and I'm feeling absolutely lovely right now. It's a new day. I was at the gym. We've got a lot to talk about, so don't worry. This is going to be a pretty interesting little segment. Godric and Felix. Spoilers ahead. Shaman Slayer, Zombie Slayer. I am pissed off. I think I've mentioned this before in the Warhammer videos. I think Godric and Felix deserve... How do I put this? They undervalue Felix a lot. He's supposed to be one of the best duelists ever. And, you know, it's gone better in this book. He's performing very well. I think it's just he's susceptible to terror and stuff, much more so than Godric could possibly be. And they're very much putting that in, how he's a very human person. I know, what? Compared to a dwarf, because dwarves are like very foreign, and they can work for like days on end in the mine and stuff and just be fine and not eat. And they really improved that with Shaman Slayer. Later on in the book, it essentially, you know, they siege the Herdstone. Absolutely badass. Those 2 princes or nobles or whatever, fucking awesome, dude. How Godric sent back word and was like, you 2 bitches, fucking human scum. And then the next time we see those 2, one's been impaled by like 2 spears. Oh yeah, here I'm being vored. This was the most terrifying thing ever. I was in there for like 5 minutes chatting it up, and like talking about how I was traumatized. That shit sucked. I got eaten alive. But back on Godric and Felix, we really, you know, those 2 princes put in the work. They died really nobly. So did Sir Teobelt. It was a really good end for him. And then Hendrik Kimlar, Hans, who I think I talked about suspecting he was either a vampire or a Skaven or whatever, but then he turned out to be a guy. But then he turned out to be a necromancer and one of the strongest ones, so I wasn't exactly upset. If Godric feels underpowered, if anything, this episode, because he's been affected by the black obsidian spikes of Kimler's axe, of Krell's axe, and that's pretty scary. But no, I was at the gym, and I was pissed off. Like, legitimately, I was listening to this video, right? I was listening to Zombie Slayer, and the military strategy pissed me off. Now, I'm gonna come from this place. I play strategy games, right? And I have competed playing strategy games before. Like, that is something I've done in the past. Tabletop, other stuff, war games. I am pretty good. I'm a beast at Monopoly, too. So, I'm kind of... I will say I have some room to talk compared to a medieval general, okay? Like, I've read some books and stuff, and that's been a hyperfixation of mine before. I dabble in hyperfixations. That's how I do hyperfixations. Is like 3 weeks. Let's read Sun Tzu's Art of War. Let's listen to military military transcripts and podcasting and shit for a couple hours. Like, I'll do that. So I'm not entirely nerding out about that shit, you know? But point stands. Like, they're just sitting in this castle with all the food is rotted, they have limited water, and they're just waiting for the zombies to attack them. And I know they're scared, but if you're operating on, like, a pressurized timeline with reinforcements, I would be shelling the shit. And now this is me personally. You guys can totally comment and argue. I would love that. Hey, I'm a 6-star general for the United States Navy. That's not what we would do. I need SecNav to comment and correct me. But no, like, I'd be shelling the zombies. I'd be, clearing room for maybe the Slayers to go open the moats or whatever. Just being offensive since you have a limited time span. And then retreat into the castle every night or to the walls and just defend the best you can to increase holding out time. But that's enough of my shitty opinion. That's probably not a good opinion. We're at the end of this episode. This has been a time. I do really hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to wrap up here. We got like a boss fight, We're going to kick this dude's ass. I think my cat's going to come scream. But either way, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or wherever you're watching this. Hope you guys come back for more. If not, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's all right. I think that's all. You guys have a great rest of your day or whenever you're watching this. Hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's all right. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here and come back for more. If not, that's all right. I forget the catchphrase, which kind of sucks. I don't know how the fuck I did that. But I gave you guys double dose of it, whatever it was. I'll remember it. I'm just a little bit tired, but positive affirmations. Thank you guys for your time, your view, like, subscribe, whatever you guys do give me. I've been getting a lot of those, so thank you so much. It's so validating. Thank you,